Hello once again, everyone. This is Billy coming at you live from Aktobe, Kazakhstan. And so far in this video series, I've talked about a couple of things like myself and what it's like to teach abroad. And so now you've decided to make the plunge. You've decided to say, oh, what the hell, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. So now you're okay. So what do I do? So how do I get here? So what are some of the steps and stuff that I need to take in order to get there? So um, it really depends. But no matter where you go, no matter what you do, unless you're doing some kind of volunteer work or like an au pair thing or anything like that, if you plan on doing any teaching whatsoever, you have to have some kind of college degree. Some schools will say two, some will say four, but the majority will probably say four. If you want to work in a place like the Middle East, they'll probably require it to be very specific. For example, I've seen a lot of postings for English teachers. If you want to do ESL, you also have to be a certified English teacher, which I'll get to in just a minute. But if you want to just jump in and figure it out, throw yourself into a new culture, and see how it goes. Maybe introduce yourself to teaching. You just thought, oh, well, I'll try it out and figure out where it goes from there. Well, then I would suggest going to a place like China, Japan, or Korea. Those are the three main places that are looking for English teachers pretty much all year round, and so you don't have to wait for the new year cycle to start. So I would suggest that you have a few things ready. Of course, you need to have a resume ready, of course. But I should say, in order to go to Korea, China, or Japan, you need to have at least a four-year degree. And it does not matter what four-year degree it is. It can be a four-year degree in underwater basket weaving. It can really be anything. So my degree is in anthropology and history, and so I was able to go over and teach in Korea before I became a certified teacher. Uh, so what did I need to do in order to get over there? Well, like I said, get your resume going. Make sure that you have a nicely put together resume. Put in some links in underneath the video that talk about that give some really good tips about building a resume for ESL and things like that. So if you don't really have much experience, don't worry, because these places really aren't looking for experience. They're looking for bodies. They're looking for someone that is going to work together with them, play with them, and things like that. But you have to be a native speaker from one of the English-speaking countries. And so the English-speaking countries that's most places require that you hold a passport from either United States, Canada, um, Ireland, United Kingdom, uh, New Zealand, Australia, or South Africa, I believe, are the main seven that these places are looking for. So if you hold a passport from one of those places, then keep on listening. If you don't, then I'm sorry, but you're going to find it very difficult no matter what level of language that you have in English. It's going to be quite difficult. So anyways, so get your resume prepared. Next, make sure that you have a passport. Of course, you can't get out of your own country unless you have a passport. And you certainly can't get into Korea, Japan, or the United States without a passport, because you're going to be working there for at least 1 year, a 1-year contract that is going to require that you have a visa. And so the visa process I'll get to in just a moment, and I'll go on all of my everything that I have to say from now on is the experience that I had going from the United States to Korea. And so uh, also start so begin by looking at places like Dave's ESL Cafe or Teachaway or any recruiting website that's going to help you in order to facilitate the process of you moving abroad. I used YBM. I worked for ECC, which is a language academy in Busan. I did that for a year, and I have a couple of videos about that I might upload to YouTube, but right now I have them on my Facebook account. But anyways, so the the job actually came from Dave's ESL Cafe, and it was there that I found a lot of different job announcements and things like that. So I notified the school, I sent them my resume, and we started from there. And so they will ask you that you have an FBI background check. Now, this can take some time to get because you have to go down to your local police station and get your fingerprints done, and then you have to send those to the FBI finger processing center. I know that there are different places around the United States, but I sent mine to Virginia. And then when those come back, you have to get an apostille on that you need to send to your um, state department. That's how it works in the United States. I don't know how it's going to work in other countries, but that's how it basically works. You need to have some kind of background check that's certified and has an apostille on it. So in terms of the United States, you have to go with your background check and you have to take it and get it notarized first. And then you take the notarized copy with your original background check and send it off to the State Department, and they will put an apostille on it, which is like a certification. It's an international notary, and it's accepted by pretty much all the schools. And you need one if you want to get a visa for Korea, China, or Japan. Okay. So make sure that you have your degree with you. You might want to copy it. You might want to scan a copy of it in case the school wants it. Also, you might want to have some letters of recommendation with you, probably 2 or 3 that's going to be able to speak about your abilities on interpersonal skills and things like that. Anyone that might be able to give you a good reference. Remember, you'll be working with children primarily, and so you need to make sure that someone can give you a good reference for working with children. And so that's why also you need to have the background check. And so of course, the school will also, if it's a good one, will be able to help facilitate the process with you as well. And so a lot of the things that I'm saying, the school will be able to help you out with as well. So those are basically the things that you need to do. But of course, make sure that you have a good understanding of where you're going. Make sure that once you have been in contact with the school, before you do the interview, make sure that you have done a little bit of research about the company or the school or the city or whatever, because it is going to help you out immensely. Okay, these people like to know that you have done your research, because a lot of these countries are very methodical when it comes to knowledge and when it comes to reciprocating knowledge. And so if you can tell them stuff about them, then they're going to be a little more receptive. And so should prepare you for the interview process. Now, the interview process that I had was a little strange, in which I got a notification from the HR department of ECC, and he gave me a call, and he basically asked me, why do you want to work in Korea, and is there anything that would stop you from doing this kind of work and things like that? Do we need to send you a medical questionnaire? Questions like that. But I really did think that I failed the interview process, because the conversation was only 5 minutes long, and then he hung up and it was done. And I told myself, oh crap, I thought I lost this job opportunity. But anyway, so then the school contacts me through Skype. And what you'll find in a lot of these countries is that's probably how you're going to do this process. No matter where you go, China, Korea, Japan, Mexico, Argentina, it really doesn't matter, because a lot of these places will want to do Skype interviews. And so I will also put a link in the bottom that helps you with some interview tips using Skype as an interview and things like that. And follow the process as they say, and you'll have absolutely no problem. And I must say that China, Korea, and Japan are the 3 leading job offerers, I guess. And so if you can't find a job in Korea, then there's probably an issue with your resume that you need to fix. because it's pretty easy to get a job in Korea. And so, if you have any further questions about the process of getting a visa or anything else, my own experiences, I'm going to be making videos on a little bit later. But I'd like to answer all of those questions. So please don't be afraid to ask. Like, oh, what did you experience? Did you like the food? Did you learn any Korean when you were in Korea? What can you tell me about China? What can you tell me about Japan? You know, things like that. I've worked primarily in Korea, but I've had a lot of experience with people from China and Japan, and so they told me a lot of very interesting stories, a lot of stories that I don't really care to repeat. But I would be more than happy to share all those experiences with you. And so please stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading some more videos about Korea a little bit later. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.